3 days ago, Britain was shaken by a story that could change its political future forever. At the center of this storm is none other than King Charles himself. For over 3 centuries, tradition has dictated that the monarch must remain politically neutral, standing above the chaos of Westminster. But in a shocking twist, King Charles reportedly broke that golden rule, and in doing so, he may have triggered one of the biggest political crises the nation has ever seen. It began quietly inside Windsor Castle, away from the eyes of cameras and reporters. There, King Charles met privately with Nigel Farage and senior leaders of Reform UK. The meeting lasted 2 hours, and on the surface, it seemed to be just another routine discussion. But what happened behind those walls has now become the subject of fierce national debate. According to reports, the King had been reviewing Reform UK's new policy paper, which warned about Parliament overstepping its role and eroding historic institutions. Then came 12 words that stunned everyone present. Perhaps it's time for fresh thinking in Westminster. The current path seems unsustainable. Those 12 words, spoken in private, were never meant to reach the public, but somehow the secret slipped out. The Times was the first to break the story, and within hours, the BBC, Sky News, and The Guardian had all joined in. Suddenly, what should have remained a quiet conversation became the biggest headline in Britain. Questions swirled. Who leaked it? Reform UK denied any involvement, insisting they had no reason to betray the King's trust. Palace officials hinted that the source might be within Labour itself, suggesting that insiders close to Prime Minister Keir Starmer may have deliberately exposed the comments to undermine him. Whatever the truth, the leak set off a chain reaction. When Starmer learned about the King's remarks, he reportedly exploded in anger during an emergency cabinet meeting. Witnesses claim he shouted at ministers, slammed his fist on the table, and accused the monarch of crossing the line. Then came words that sent shockwaves across the political landscape. The monarchy serves Parliament, not the other way around. He's forgotten his place. According to insiders, Starmer went even further, mocking centuries of tradition by saying, "That's just old men in fancy clothes playing dress-up. This is 2025, not 1725. Within hours, Starmer's outburst had leaked too. Civil servants whispered to journalists, ministers exchanged frantic texts, and soon his remarks were all over social media. Hashtags like #DefendTheCrown and #StarmerOut surged to the top of Twitter. Memes comparing him to Oliver Cromwell or showing him tearing the Union Jack to pieces went viral. Even lifelong Labour supporters began to turn away, horrified at the tone of his attack. One video, posted by a retired teacher in Liverpool, captured the mood perfectly. "I stood with Labour for decades, but attacking our king is a betrayal I cannot accept." Her words struck a chord, reaching millions within a day. Then came the polls, and they were devastating. Overnight, Labour's support crashed from 42% to 28%. In traditional Labour strongholds, confidence in Starmer collapsed, with many voters admitting they no longer trusted him to lead. For Reform UK and the Conservatives, this was an unexpected gift. Nigel Farage delivered a rousing speech outside his party headquarters, declaring, "While others attack our king, Reform UK stands with the crown." His words resonated with thousands, and within days, Reform's membership quadrupled. The Conservatives, meanwhile, struck a calmer tone, with leader Kemi Badenoch saying, "Respect for our monarchy is respect for our democracy." Through all of this, King Charles has maintained complete silence. He has issued no statement, given no comment, and shown no public reaction. And in that silence lies his strength. Experts suggest that by refusing to be drawn into the fight, the king appears calm and dignified, while Starmer looks reckless and unstable. One Oxford professor described it perfectly. By saying nothing, Charles has said everything. But inside Labour, panic is boiling over. Cabinet ministers are openly clashing with Starmer. Transport Secretary Louise High resigned after a heated argument, and whispers of a leadership coup are growing louder by the hour. A WhatsApp group of Labour MPs has ballooned into a hub of rebellion, with names like Angela Rayner, Rachel Reeves, and even Ed Miliband being floated as possible replacements. The sense of crisis is unmistakable. Beyond Britain, the world is watching in disbelief. Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, reminded reporters of the monarchy's importance. Australia's Peter Dutton went further, calling Starmer's words a disgrace. Even in America, usually indifferent to British politics, networks ran the story as their top international headline, painting a picture of a nation tearing itself apart. Today, the numbers tell the story. Labour has slumped to just 26% in the polls, the Conservatives hold steady at 32%, and Nigel Farage's Reform UK has surged to 24%, dangerously close to overtaking Labour as the official opposition. For Starmer, the writing may already be on the wall. For King Charles, his silence has only strengthened the crown. And for Nigel Farage, a once fringe politician suddenly finds himself on the edge of political history. What began as a secret meeting inside Windsor Castle has erupted into one of the most extraordinary crises in Britain's modern era. In just a matter of days, 12 quiet words from a king and one furious outburst from a prime minister have redrawn the political map. The question now is simple: who will survive this storm? And before you go, if you found this report interesting, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Berlin Alert, for more breaking news and political analysis.